It's born right now.
No, no, I don't think my voice. Robert, thanks for speaking to us. You finished the season second in your zone. You weren't expected to be given a lifeline to return to the Ghana Premier League. How does that make you feel? Like now that you get this lifeline to come back into the Ghana Premier
Well, we feel it's another opportunity. We came really, really close to an immediate bounce to the Premier League. A young team that not too many expected much from, but exceeded expectation. And this is one that they are looking forward to. They've been preparing for some time. And I'm sure come Thursday through to Monday, we will see the outcome of that preparation.
Now, since the announcement was made that this playoff would happen, um, did you have to reconstitute camp? What has gone on since the announcement was made?
Well, the announcement came out of the blue, so we had to obviously recall the players because the GFA gave a timetable for when players could be recalled, and this came a whole 9 days before the official return date. And so we had to go through a process where we recalled all the players and then prepare a very quick plan because, once players leave camp from a regular season and they go home on break, they do all kinds of things. So you're not too clear about their fitness levels, they're not too clear about health. So we've had to rush things along to get them into some kind of playing form because this will be a very intense affair, both emotionally and physically. So we've had to do a few unusual things at training, but we hope that they'll be effective.
When you talk about intense affair, specifically stay on the emotions bit for me. Throw more light on that. What is that all about? Is that about feeling aggrieved by the earlier relegation? Is that like elation from like getting a chance to play again? What is that all about?
Well, this basically is your future in your hands, and this is the ultimate high stakes game of football. Every game matters. You have two games to give yourself the highest reward you can give yourself as a footballer. Return to the Premier League is what is at stake at this moment. And so, for the footballers, most of whom are young and would not have experienced Premier League football, this is very different for them. For our opponents as well, because you have Dwarfs in there, you have Tamale in there. Dwarfs will feel just like Liberty professionals feel that they deserve to be in the Premier League as well. We all know the circumstances that led to this playoff coming about and the delays that led to it. And so you have teams that are very emotional, coming from very emotional backgrounds. Liberty is a community team. We might not have a lot of fans, but have a lot of die-hard fans. Cape Coast, the Busua Dwarfs, is as traditional gets in this country. Tamale City seem to have managed to build some kind of solid support from the indigenous of Tamale. So when I talk about the emotional aspect, you have players who are coming with a lot of weight of expectation from very different communities, but all of whom are very expectant.
Now, finally, to the fixture. So for your first game, which is tomorrow, Thursday. I don't know if it's Thursday or tomorrow.
It's Thursday.
Thursday, yes. Talk to us about what your approach will likely be. I know you won't share tactical insight, but what is Liberty's likely approach to this?
Well, I think for those who watched Liberty in the just ended Division One season, will attest to you. Liberty and Chema Youth were the best ball playing sides in Division One football this season. Very fast team. They very possession heavy, very direct as well. We'll do more of the same come this weekend. Hopefully it works. I think the advantage in these situations goes to Ebusua Dwarfs. They've been here before. Everybody recalls that famous Dwarfs versus Mediama knockout game that led to the suspension of referees and whatnot. But I'm just saying they know how to play these games. They've been here before. Play and qualify. It's something that is very new. For Liberty hasn't done this in almost 26 years. Dwarfs in recent history have participated in a game like this. Tamale City 3 weeks ago were involved in a playoff like this. They lost to Sachaman as well. So we are not going to change much in how we're going to play. The players haven't changed. They're the same players. But they will have to call upon excess and reserves that they have to be able to survive this. And I am hopeful that by Monday, Liberty professionals will be back in the Premier League.
Lovely stuff. I was just even going to just ask you to round up. I mean, like you mentioned, Liberty professionals have a lot of die-hard fans out there. A lot of people were hurt when Liberty went down. Just a word for them heading into this one.
Yeah, come to the Transport Stadium on Saturday to support Liberty. I think a lot of good things have happened in Liberty on the quiet. We've always been a quiet private team, although the players we produce tend to give us too much attention. Things have not been that bad. Hopefully, this new generation of players will show what Liberty has been about the past 5 years. Like I said, for those who have found time to watch this particular generation of Liberty professionals, I think it's one of the best squads we've had in the past decade. The level of football, the talent levels are immense. So come to the Transport Stadium, watch good football. I think that's the most important in good football.
Thank you very much.
The way we go rob them